Chapter 15, Lesson 3, Dividing by a Two-Digit Number. In today's lesson, I told them that the first number, we're going to name him Jack. So all the problems that they have like this, that first number, I want them to call Jack. That way they can remember that Jack in the box, that the first number will go in the box. So we have 88.2 divided by 4.2. First thing we have to do is move our decimal over one place here, and then we have to move this one place to the right as well. So our new problem will be 882 divided by 42. So we want to look at 42 into 88. Not the 2, just 42 into 88. So off to the side, I know 42 can go into 88 at least one time, but I'm going to try 42 times 2. And I get 84. So 2 will work. Now, 42 is not going into 8. So I don't want to put the number there. 42 is going into 88 two times. So I want to put that over the 88. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 84. 88 minus 84 is 4. And then I want to bring down my 2. And 42 goes into 42 one time. So your answer would be 21. Now you could check this to make sure you got it right. Takes a little bit of time, but at least you know if you got it right or not. 42 times 21. 2 times 1 is 2. Got 4, put your 0. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 4 is 8. And I get 882, which is the same as what we started with. So that's how you can check it. Again, it does take a little bit more time, but if you really want to make sure you got it right, you will double check it using that method. So I have 54.4 divided by 17. First thing I want to do is put my decimal up here. And then I want to see how many times 17 can go into 54. So 17 times 2 is going to be 38, so 2 won't work. 17 times 3 is 51. And 17 times 4 would be 68. So 2 is too small, 4 is too big, 3 would work perfectly. So 54 minus 51 is 3. Bring down my 4. Again, we can try 17, which we already did once. 14, carry the 1, 2 into 1 is 2, or 2 times 1 is 1, or 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3, and gives us 34. So your answer is 3.2. This is one we did in class, 72.3 divided by 75. It started out as 7.5, and we moved it over. And this was 7.23, and we moved it over. So what we want to do is 75 cannot go into 72. So what we want to do is look at 72, and let's just use the 7. How many times can 7 go into 72? And it has to be a single digit number. We don't want to say 10 or 12 or 11. 7 can go into 72 how many times? So of course 7 can go into 72 9 times. Okay, that's going to be 63. So 9 times 5 is 45. Carry the 4. 9 times 7 is 63. Plus 4 is 67. So 75 times 9 is 675. Now we don't want, 75 is not going into 7. So I don't want the number there. 75 is not going into 72. so I don't want the number there either. 75 is going into 3, or 723. Actually, let me start over on this one. The actual decimal point should be over here. Sorry about that, because it started here, we moved it over there. So 75 goes into 723 9 times. So we have a remainder of 48, which we don't want any remainders. When we add a 0, bring it down. So now we're looking at 48. How many times can 7 go into 48? 7 times 7 is 49. That's too much, so we'll try 6, which is 42. 6 times 5 is 30. Carry the 3. 6 times 7 is 42 plus 3 is 45. And we can get 30. So we want to add a 0. Bring that 0 down. Now we're going to go 75 into 300. And again, same thing. I'm just looking at that 30 and that 7. 7 can go into 30 4 times. And it comes out to 300. So my answer is going to be 9.64. The key to getting these right is to keep it straight and just bring everything down and make sure you don't put the numbers in the wrong spot. So let's go ahead and look at some of your homework problems. We did some of these in class today. We're only doing 1 through 4 and 9 through 12. If you want, you can do 5 through 8, but we're only correcting 1 through 4 and 9 through 12. So take a look at number 16. I'm sorry, number 4. So I want 16 to go into 97. So I'm going to play with some numbers. 16 times 5 is 80. Let me try 6. 16 times 6 is 96. So 6 works better because it gets us closer. If they use a 5, they're not going to come out with the right answer, and they might be going on and on. So you want to use different numbers to see what you can get closest to the number you're trying to go into without going over. So in this case, 6 is going to work. And we got 96. 97 minus 96 is 1. Bring down the 8. Don't forget about your decimal point. First thing you should do is put it up there. 16 into 18 goes 1 time. Okay, I made a mistake. I put 97.8, should be 97.6. So bring down your 6, and 16 as a 16 goes 1 time, and you're done. So your answer is 6.1. Now we did number 2 in class, and we did number 11 in class. All right, let's try number 10. 23.2 divided by 58. So 58 cannot go into 23, so it has to go into the whole number, 232. First thing you want to do is put your decimal up here. Now I'm looking at the 23, and I'm looking at 5. I want 5 to go into 23, and we know 5 can go into 23 4 times. Okay, that's going to be 20. I'm sorry, 5 can go into 23 4 times, because that's going to be 20. So let's see if it works out. 8 times 4 is 32. 5 times 4 is 20, plus 3 is 23. 232. So 4 works. 4 goes into, or 58 can go into 232 4 times. Hey, number 12, 34.8 divided by 2.9. I'm going to move this over 1, so I'm going to move that one over 1. So now I know it's 348 divided by 29. So 34 divided by 29 goes one time. Now I'm going to see how many times 29 can go into 58. I see the 8 here, and I see the 9, and I know 9 times 2 is 18. So I'm just going to start off with 2. See how that works. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. So 2 works. So my answer is 12. Now we did 2 of these in class. We did number 2 and number 11 in class. And I just did number 4 for you and number 10, I believe, and 12. So there's 5 problems that were already done for you. All you need to do is the other 3. 1, 2, 3. So hopefully this will help you and you will be able to get them right. And we'll correct it in the morning.